my God, guys, you are not gonna believe what just happened. I'm kicking myself because it's not on video, but I'm pretty sure that's the biggest buck I've ever shot. Holy crap. This morning, I wasn't planning on coming into the creek thicket. I was still up at school at like 5 o'clock this morning. I left school, and my plan was to hunt a piece of public in northern Iowa on the way home before we went to Missouri today. And what sucks is, well, it doesn't suck, but it sucks. I didn't get it on video. I came in here, I'm using Hunter's climber stand. I'm in the creek thicket in the exact same tree I set up on Monday afternoon. Holy crap. And I came in here and I figured, I had this weird feeling that I needed to sit in this spot. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make the drive. I was gonna get in here at 7 o'clock, but I figured, you know what, I can still get set up and have a good hunt. So I came in here and I decided I was gonna use the climber. Got in here quick, like 7 o'clock. Didn't take me about 15 minutes to get set up. I didn't have the camera arm set up for my camera, my bow set up, and I'm trying to get set up. I put the tree strap on here for the camera arm, as you can see. And you see that falls and makes a loud thud noise. And I look up, and behind me in this field, behind me, is deer just walking out in the middle of this field. And it makes a thud, and all of a sudden this deer turns, and I'm trying to get this camera set up, but this buck is coming in, and I see that I'm pretty sure it's past his ears, and I'm like, I gotta shoot this deer. I knew I wasn't gonna get on video, but you know what, guys? He came in, and he was probably 45, 50 yards, and there's another deer coming. There's another deer coming in. Alright guys, so that small buck right there literally just took the exact same route as my buck took. And I don't know where I was at the story, but that my tree arm fell, bang, and I look up in that field, there's a deer out in the middle of the field, and I'm like, oh crap, there it goes, I blew it. And all of a sudden, this deer, and I knew he was a buck the minute I saw him do this, he turned and he just started walking towards us. And I kept trying to set up the camera, and I'm like, you know what, this deer's gonna come in, and if he's a good buck, I'm gonna shoot him. And I think he's a good buck. He's definitely a good buck for public land. He looked like he was past his ears, and I shot him. Right where that buck just walked is the exact same path my buck just took. And he came in, I ranged a tree that was 40, he was behind the tree, so I was figuring 45 or 50, so I put my 50-yard pin on him, and I'm comfortable shooting that distance. This is why we shoot all year long, guys, right here, and at distances that make you better, so these shots aren't that hard. And I'm pretty sure I heard him crash. I'm gonna sit here for another 15-30 minutes, because I swear I heard him crash. I'm gonna get down, find my arrow, and decide from there. But oh guys, I'm pretty sure I heard him crash, so we're gonna see what happens. He crossed the creek, which is the only thing I worry about. I don't have any rubber boots here with me, so depending on the blood, what I might do is, since I am so close to home, hunting the creek thicket, that I might get down, find my arrow, pack up, go home, get the deer cart, and come back and finish tracking this deer, and go from there. He's on the other side, so we'll have to see how I'm gonna get this deer out. So this is so exciting. Can't believe this happened, and I hope he's a really good deer, guys. I really do. So we're gonna sit tight, send messages to Hunter, and see what happens. November 3rd, baby. This is awesome. This is so exciting. All right, this is right at the... Oh boy, that's bright red. All right, guys, so I followed this deer down to the creek. I followed the blood, and I found where he crossed. And my plan now is I'm gonna go back, get that deer cart, get a trailer, and I'm gonna come back in from the south side of the unit. So I'm gonna put a point on the map of where I last found this blood, and then come at it again from the other side with that deer cart. So he's gonna have plenty of time. I'm gonna get moving here, and hopefully find him on the other side. He's bleeding really well. He only probably had about 20 yards at most before he came down into the creek. So I got a complete pass through. The air was super dark red blood. So I'm hoping it's a heart shot. He's bleeding really well from both sides. So I'm having no problem finding the blood trail. So the arrow doesn't stink or nothing like that. So I'm not assuming it was gut or whatnot. So I'm hoping it's a good shot. I felt like a good shot. So I'm gonna head back to the car and see how fast we can get back here. So stay tuned. There he is. Holy cow. Whoa. Oh my gosh. This is a goofy deer. Holy cow, he's not gonna score anything. I just walked right by him. That's a perfect shot. Well guys, here he is. Came in here this morning. Got in the stand late, actually. I wasn't planning on coming this far south, but I had a feeling that I needed to hunt the creek thicket unit again. So I got set up and didn't get this guy on video, but I ended up, right when I got in the stand, I wasn't even set up. He came in at 50 yards. I was hesitant to shoot. It was about 5 minutes after legal shooting, and he actually was about 45, 50 yards, and I couldn't get him sized up in the rangefinder, but I knew he was past his ears, which he is, and so I figured he was a good buck to take. And I took the shot at I put my 50-yard pin on him and let that Athens archery bow eat. And really can't say enough about the bows, guys. 50 yards, hit him perfectly on towards the top of the lung, came out at the heart, and this deer literally expired in less than 30 yards. He literally fell down the creek, came up and died right here. So thought he was a little bigger, but really couldn't tell with him being 50 yards. But I'm happy to take him. He's a cool, unique deer. Nothing ginormous, but his body size is something to talk about. He's definitely at least 3.5, which is good. I didn't want to take anything younger than 3.5 this year, but this is just a good public land do-it-yourself hunt. Now we got quite the drag out of here. Hopefully the cart helps a little bit, but it's pretty thick and nasty. So we're gonna clean him up and haul him out and see if we can get some good pictures of him. But overall, it was a good hunt. I wish I could have got it on video at least. I know he isn't any record breaker, but definitely something cool and unique. He's kind of a cool buck. So anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for me in Iowa, at least. This is a really good piece of ground that I think Hunter's gonna be able to put the plan of attack on. Now we have 2 guys, so we'll have a cameraman and whatnot, so that'll be good. But yeah, there's a lot of season left. These bucks are on their move, guys. This deer literally came in to the sound of my tree arm falling and hitting the platform of my tree stand. So it probably simulated that there was bucks fighting, is what I was guessing. But he heard the noise, looked up, and he came right on a dime. So he had a lot of testosterone running through him, and they're just in that seeking phase right now. They're trying to find that first available doe and estrus. So if you guys can get out, this is going to be a really good weekend to get out. We're headed down to Missouri next, and hopefully we can put the plan of attack on some more bucks and get something on film at least. I'm gonna drag this guy out of here, get him out, and hopefully get some good pictures and maybe some more video of him once we get back to the house and I have a little more help. So overall, I'm really excited with this deer. Public land, do-it-yourself hunt.